Hello, welcome to my channel. My name is Renso. Today I'm gonna paint this image and gonna make a exercise about color theory. I'm gonna share with you how I practice. Okay, first, this is the original image. You have the link to this image in the description box. And I'm gonna be working with this image. Okay, I have this one just to, if let's say I got lost, I go back to these colors. But it's not my intention to copy this. As a practice, I'm thinking about, let's say, hide the contrast. And let's see what can I do. First, I'm gonna start with a sketch, just with white. I'm gonna place the position of. For the drawing, I always see the whole image. Okay, let me see first what is my top and bottom. Okay. There's gonna be the space for mixing the colors. Okay, I have a bigger image to my left, where I can see more. I mean, this is image for you to see. I'm watching the image on my left, which is bigger. This is not gonna be about likeness, about trying to get everything accurate. It's about more colors. Okay, that's enough with that. I don't need that much. Hello, shoulder. Okay, thank you. Hello, Trevor. Hello. Okay, I'm gonna paint with this hawk hair brushes, bristle brushes, yeah. And the colors are titanium white, lemon yellow, cadmium yellow hue, cadmium red hue, alizarin crimson, cerulean blue, cobalt blue, ultramarine blue, and ivory black. Okay, okay. First, I'm going to enhance the chroma, because you know that the image is very soft. I really love this softness. But what I intend to practice today is not about this. I just want to enhance the chroma and the contrast. Okay, let's go with this first. Yes, cadmium yellow and white. And I'm gonna move the image. You know you have the image in the description box. Okay, first I'm gonna see the hand around here. The face around here. I'm just starting with a really warm color for the light, because I mean this image, you can see that this is has a really strong sunlight. When we have an image like this that is on the sun, we usually have two light sources, the sun and the sky. Okay? Remember, the sunlight is a warmer light that usually comes from one direction, and it bounces back to the object. Okay? And the skylight, I'm gonna put it here, is coming from everywhere. Okay? But this light is weaker and it burns, but it's really weak. Okay? Now you gotta keep that in mind, because that's what changed the color. I mean, this is gonna be the warm light plus the skin color. Okay? Plus this really weak, cool skylight. Okay, and but this is that's kind of difficult to see this cool light. We're going to see this in the shadows because in the shadows, the theory says when the light is warm, the shadows are cool. Okay, but I mean the shadows that are cool and warm colors. Because of that, because of what? Because of the reflected light. First, my approach is always simple, drawing the colors, everything. Now I'm going to mix this alizarin crimson and cobalt blue, white. And I have this violet. Hello, Steve. Hello, Hyman. Okay, now I'm gonna go with shadow. Okay, and sharing this my practice. Okay, I'm not trying to teach. This is just something like I say personal, but you're gonna find this information about this everywhere. And I'm saying this because I'm thinking just about changing this image because for me it is about getting sometimes when I practice about color theory, sometimes going to the extreme. Let's say I love this image, okay? That would be for me easier just to copy this image just the way it is because it's perfect. It's soft. It's everything that I love about the picture, a photo. But this is not gonna work if I wanna practice, which is different. When you wanna practice, it's not sometimes about what you want. It's just about what you maybe what you need, what you have to do in order to improve. Okay, this is the simple way that I start to separate light and shadow. Okay, now let me take out this, and you see the image in the background. It's kind of a really soft color. I'm gonna change definitely this because I want more contrast. And right now I'm not so sure about what color to place. And when I'm not sure about that, I always pick gray. Because for me, gray is a color that I can change easily. I can this gray. I can top of this. I can go to a warmer color or to a cool color. I mean, no, a warmer like really warm color, but not to the extreme. But let's say a gray, warm, or a cool uh, gray color. That's why when I have a doubt or I don't know how to do in any part, I always choose gray. I'm adding a little bit of blue. I'm thinking right now that I'm gonna choose blue here. Well, it's not gonna be like a blue sky. I don't know yet because you know that when you practice about color harmony is about balance. balance between gray colors, warm and cool colors. And keep in mind that gray colors they usually are in the 70% of every painting, maybe more, even more. When you see a painting that has like amazing bright colors, you see those colors because of the contrast. You don't see those colors because they are like a lot of the painting. Okay, I mean nothing is absolute about what I'm saying. You can see, so that's one. I'm just saying that I'm sharing this. No, that's not my intention to teach this. It's just my own practice with my own mistakes and all of that. Okay. Now you can see right now definitely that there is a change here. Yes. I mean, that's so too early to judge this, but you can see the contrast is definitely different. This is soft, this is a high contrast. Okay. Now I'm going to work on top of this. Oh, hello, Ray. How are you, man? Oh, okay. Oh, it's a question. Okay, I use Winton. Yes, I use Winton from Winsor & Newton. Yes, thank you. Sorry. Okay, now let's go with the skin color. It's not gonna be yellow, of course. From here, I'm going to mix an orange, a gray orange, okay, and my idea is trying to control this. I'm thinking just about a skin color being hit by this really warm sunlight, and you can make it more warmer or less warmer. It's up to you. Okay. There's no way that you can, let's say, be so accurate at the first with the first brush strokes that you're gonna choose a really warmer, or less warmer color. I mean, that's something that we see here. This is because the harmony is because about not just the skin color, it's about everything. These warm colors in the shadows are because of the skin color and the reflected light. Always think about that. Don't forget the reflected light. I say that because I remember the first thing I learned when I was a student, there was this simple rule that the light is warm, the shadow is cool. And then my first attempt was just go warm with the light and really cool with the shadows. And if I added something like this, kind of felt kind of guilty because I said, "Oh my God, I'm adding a color that is not, it shouldn't be there." But at that time, I didn't know that. I just I was following a rule that I learned that rule. Let's say I didn't learn, did fully learn that rule. Was incomplete. Yeah, I'm saying that and sharing this because maybe this could happen to so many people that just stay with. No, at that time, I mean, for me, it was my fault because it's like let's say I had in front of me a color theory book of 100 pages, and I just read like 5 of them, and I thought it was enough. Okay, I have to decide the color of this gloss, because here is light blue. I can keep that light blue, but I don't think I can keep that. Maybe I can go with violet color, this one. Yeah. Let's see. Too early to make decisions. Okay, I'm going to put this image here. Oh, great. That's great. Okay, shoulder. There is another brand that sometimes I use. They're very, very cheap. I don't know if you have them. This Maris. This one is like $1. No, $2. Really cheap. But I cannot recommend it because it's really cheap. Just doing sometimes from some exercises, I have used 3 colors. Yes, and I bought them for my daughter, for her to practice. But she didn't use them, and I use them sometimes. Hello, Javier. Hello, Sonia. Now I can go with a really orangey skin color, really strong orange. Let's see if it works or not. I'm not using too much paint yet. Going to draw the eyes. Maybe I should move my camera a little bit closer. Now I'm thinking about I don't know how to say blues, yes. Blues, t-shirt. I'm gonna try this color. I added white and black just to gray down the color because it's not about that to be that that intensity. I think that's too much. Okay, now for the light, I think about this color and I mix this color with yellow and white. Okay, because it's not gonna be that yellow. That's too much. But let's see. I mean, I can let's say exaggerate things, and it depends if at the end it works everything perfect. It works. If it works. If not, I'm going to continue make changes. Yes, but this is not absolute. Every time that I make a practice like this about color theory, I mean, one thing is what I see, and one thing is what I want, and one thing is what I'm pushing myself to do. Okay, now here I'm thinking about, I mean, toning down this purple because the idea is always, I mean, the warm colors, that's going to be the accent, that's going to be what we see first. And these warm colors are because of the reflection. Warm colors on the shadows. Hello, Mervat from Lebanon. Oh, nice. Hello, Cornelia. Okay, let's continue. Okay, now let's go a little bit darker. Okay, I always start with few paint because I establish always like this. You're gonna see me like I'm gonna start just adding light and darks. Okay, and if I start with too much paint, that's going to be kind of difficult to add these darker colors on top of lighter colors. Okay, now another brush. Mixing cadmium red, ultramarine blue, a little bit of yellow. Okay. More yellow, Alla and Renso, more cadmium. Now we can see how it starts to change because I'm pushing the values. I'm pushing the contrast. I'm pushing the contrast in a different way. I mean, and I wanted to go even darker, but just little by little. I cannot go dark just from the beginning. So it depends of everyone. If you're able to go really dark from the beginning, that's okay. For me, I just need to go little by little, and that's I repeat. That's what I just I don't use too much paint at the beginning. That's one of the reasons. Now I'm gonna add a lot of these colors here. This is kind of a brown. It's kind of a dark violet. All of them are gonna be here, living here in the shadows. Cool or warm gray colors. Okay, let's see, let's work the whole image. Let's just add some blue here. Okay, maybe here at the top. Maybe the sky. A little bit of black. I want a little bit of blue here, but not intense blue. A little bit of color, little by little. But anyway, I want just this is my focal point. I mean, if I go with a really intense, like it could. I mean, it should be a really light blue sky, like a really blue sky, really intense because it's a sunny day. But anyway, I don't want that. Okay, I don't want that right now. Let's see. Sometimes I change my mind. It depends how I see the painting. But everything about color, I just go like this. Value and color just little by little. I prefer just these gray colors, and on top of that, I start building more colors. Okay. Let's paint the face a little bit. I'm not gonna make a lot of details in this painting. Okay. What we're thinking here is cool light and there is warm colors inside. Well, let me put the image here. Yeah, sometimes I forgot to put the image because I'm working from another image to my left. And this thing about practicing, about making this kind of exercises, about changing the colors, I consider this really important because that's how we apply the knowledge that we are acquiring. Yes, I mean, when we copy something exactly, we don't need like anything. It's just we need a keen eye and right, and then just try to copy to be accurate as much possible as we can. But when we make changes like this, when we change, when we exaggerate, that's when we sorry. What I was okay. That's when we need to apply that. We need to. It's like I don't know. I don't know how to explain this, but this is not easy for me. I'm pretty sure it's not easy for anyone. And the difficulty is always about balance. Okay, I'm gonna repeat that during the whole process because it's not just I go with warm, light, gray colors and I put them in that's it. It's not like that. You're gonna see me just like going with this warm color here, trying not to get this really warm, trying to get in the middle with cool and warm colors. And that's one thing about balance. That's one thing that is gonna take me like a long time just to get that balance by redoing things, by changing values, by changing colors a little bit. Okay, Javier, how far is a listening from Kainai Codrin? I don't know how to pronounce that, Rose. I think this Kainai Codrin is more intense. Okay. Okay. Oh, Mervat, you're asking me why I put this pinkish purplish color as a face? Is the basic reason. Yes, there is not in this exercise. There is not that kind of like uh, basic reason. It's more like, let's say, 80% color theory by following the rules, and 20% that I do just like I got used to do that. I just got used to do that. Sometimes I do this at the end. I end up with a really different color. Okay, but just it's kind of I love to see the difference from the beginning, the contrast, warm and cool. I know it's not about just warm and cool, okay? And even I have to put warm and cool one in say the percentage of each one of them. I mean, gray colors are gonna one are gonna be the most present in any painting. Okay, it's not about warm and cool. It's about those grays that goes to warm and cool side. And this is just about something that I don't even remember where I started to do this, but I used to do that all the time. Okay, let's continue. Now on the face, you can exaggerate more to the warm side. More light. Definitely, this light have to need yellow, and as the color turns to the shadow, you gotta gray down the color a little bit. Okay, and to this side, for example, you can use this. You mix with this, and go to the shadow. Even more, it depends. I mean, if you want it more darker, that was too much. I added too much of this, but that's okay. That's what that happens all the time. I mean, there is not 100% accuracy in the mixing. That's why we gotta mix and mix and mix again and again and again. We came here, we lay down the paint, we go back to the palette to mix again. Okay, and I go more warmer here. I'm choosing a really yellowish color. I know that. Okay, it's really yellow. And it doesn't mean that it's gonna end up like this. I mean, I can go with this, let's say a pink color on top of that, and starting to apply it to this. And turning down that intense yellow. That's why I say this practice is amazing because it takes me to too many options, and I have to deal with that kind of I know what to do sometimes, but sometimes I feel like lost. It doesn't matter how much time I spend painting. Uh, it's like always, like I don't know, let's say once or twice in the painting process, I got lost. I feel, oh my God, I lost. I lost the balance. I mean, it's too warm or it's too cool. Where are the grays? And asking me constantly that where are the grays? I mean, I don't want to end up with a really high chroma painting. When you have a really high chroma painting, it's just like people screaming out loud, okay, speaking out loud, like here, 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 here. If I add a strong blue, it's like all of the paintings is speaking out loud, all of the colors. That's what I have to. That's why I have to deal with that. The colors, trying to grade down the colors, trying to control that, and that happens all the time. I mean, I don't think if there is an artist that maybe doesn't face this because this is so common in so many of the painters. I mean, we speak about mixing colors and all of that, but color harmony. Well, we hate that because it's difficult. That's why we love those painters like all the time. Those masters like Sorolla, for example, or Sargent. All of those guys that they master the art of the harmony. Yes, and we think that we're trying to look for the answer like buying the same brushes, buying the same colors, the same pigment, going back to even trying to mimic and prepare our own pigments, our own not pigment, our own oils, paints. And it's not about that. It's not about that. I mean, it's just a lot of it's about a lot of training, trying to make the colors live together in a painting. Trying to if you see that one of the colors is speaking out loud, just to put it down and to let the other one speak out loud. Okay? And that is not something that happens just with a couple of brush strokes. It is a process from the beginning to try to control that. Yes, that's why I mean some of the videos try I speak like a teacher, let's say, explaining my process and trying to but in this kind of videos kind of difficult sometimes to speak like teaching something but because we I go in different directions. I see, I think, I change my mind. And in this case, there is the formula that exists about color theory. It doesn't work perfectly. It change from painting to painting. That's amazing about this. Yes, because I mean, for me, that's that's exciting, really exciting. This give brings excitement and emotion to maybe to all of the boring painter's life. Yeah, because we spend so many time in an atelier and studio painting and dealing with this is really really good to because we have to we get worried when we deal with this. We apply so many layers. We go back to the books, to the fundamentals. Okay, here I said that I grade down the color to the shadow. Here I could be the different. I could make more. I could go more saturated because this side is facing the light. It's going to the shadow to here, but because it's facing the light, I can go a little bit warmer, even warmer than the yellow that I have here. Okay, now you see the difference here. You can see the hand. This was the first color they applied. You can see how, I mean annoying this color is by itself. Yes, you can see how it's trying just to get rid of this by just keeping, the warm colors here. I'm not using any medium. Okay, I just want to layer by layer, by layer, the surface. I start just to get in more paint. And since I'm applying less paint, if I use a solvent or a medium, I'm afraid that it's not gonna be enough paint on my canvas. Okay. Okay, now in the hands I can go with a very reddish color. Here in the shadows. It's because of the effect that we all know that happens when we put our hands against the sun. Sorry, that was my cell phone. Okay, now I'm choosing kind of a warmer but grayish color here for the shadow. Okay, there is a shadow that is not that warm like this shadow. I make that difference because I want you to see that red. If I go with red everywhere, that's. Yes, if you see that, for me, to see this red, to feel that warm. And I said, oh my God, that red, that remembers when I put my hand against the sun, this shadow can be that warm. That's why I changed that. Okay. Just like in this finger, I can go with really red here. Now the other finger. You can see this color. If you take this color away from here, this is a really gray, like burnt sienna with blue and white, something like that. Okay, that's right through. Okay, I'm going to mix this. And this is crimson, ultramarine blue. I want more contrast here. That's why I'm going with this really dark purple. I'm mixing addition crimson, ultramarine blue. It doesn't mean that I'm gonna leave it here. Maybe, maybe no, maybe not. There's no way to know, to be honest. I gotta see. I mean, in order to see something here when we paint, we have to do it. That's definitely we have to do it. Maybe we can make a sketch previously. If you prefer, you can make a sketch previously. That's perfect. Yes, I prefer just to go and make the changes on the way on this one because that's like I said. I mean, and sharing this at the same time is a challenge for me. That makes me think on all the possible variations, on all the possible colors, and how it's going to affect the paint. Yeah, the last time I was speaking about digital painting and how easily I was watching a video, how easily a digital painter can just do this. And if it doesn't work, just change it so easily. Wow, that's something that was really amazing. And we don't have that opportunity, but I think because we don't have that, let's say, I don't know how to say, how to put it, but because we don't have the opportunity to make the changes so easily, we force ourselves to practice more in order to try to anticipate what is going to happen, because we don't have the possibility just to erase something or change something so easily and make another change and try so many colors, and if you don't like, put another layer on top of that and change everything again. And because of that, we are forced to try to see this previously in our head, in our mind. That's something that is that when I thought about that, I thought, oh my god, this is really amazing to be a traditional painter, because like yourself, like I mean, we are forced to do that, to collect images, to think in all the possibilities that we have in front of us. I mean, I'm not saying that a digital painter it's not doing that. Yes, it's doing that, of course. And saying that a digital painter maybe is going to have the possibility to make 20 changes to this same image, while I'm going step by step, just making small changes, being careful. Maybe at the end, my painting is going to be a mess. Yes, and I'm saying that because I want you I want you all to appreciate. I'm pretty sure. I mean, if you're watching my videos, you appreciate digital. I mean, traditional painting. Yes. So even, I mean, for me, every time that I see a digital painting, I get amazed because all the possibilities that give that new technology, and I'm gonna try that. Definitely, I'm thinking about that. But anyway, I'm thinking at the same time that uh, we. I don't know. I mean, I feel okay. I mean, I feel better about myself. Being I just that's I don't know how to say it. I mean, it feels like that any way that I put that, it's going to sound arrogant. Okay. Okay, I love her hand. You can see the difference here. I enhance the colors, I add the red, and because I add the contrast on the hair, I feel some kind of transparency on her head, which I think that's amazing. That makes me feel really okay. Because one thing is what we can imagine, we can just try to foresee, is trying to see, okay, I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that, and this is going to happen. But sometimes in painting, you do this, you do follow the rules, you do this, you do that, follow the steps at the end, and nothing happens. I mean, for me, that works here, this portion of the hand. I'm gonna do the same here. Okay, more red here. Okay, I need to add a darker red. Mixing a listen crimson and camion red. Maybe that was too much red, but anyway, I love that. And then I'm gonna change to this grayish color. Make grayish warmer color to make the shadow of the hand. The problem that I have a problem here with the drawing, with the anatomy of the hand. I got excited about the colors and I forget the drawing aspect of the hand. Okay, I think that's okay. When I use this dark red, it's not that dark, yes, I'm mixing just a different greens and camion red. I'm gonna use this for the mouth. And for the nostrils. If you see the image, remember the image is in the description box. You're gonna see in the image that the nostrils are almost black. I don't see if you can fully see it. You see it's almost black. That's because it's the printer, yeah? But anyway, you see something that you don't have to follow that. I mean, adding red, and even pure red is gonna be better here in this situation where the sunlight is that intense. Even pure red, I feel it's going to work here. Not so sure, but I'm adding pure red. And of course, I'm mixing with the color that is already here. Now I'm going to add more white, camion yellow, and lemon yellow. More white. Pure white and lemon yellow. Okay, let's see. I was thinking to go darker with the hair. Let's see if it's going to work here. No, cool color. And I have to add warm and cool. Remember, the shadows, warm and cool colors are living together in harmony, in peace. Okay. Now let's paint this hand. First, let me mix this color, and I'm going to add this red to the fingers. Usually, between the light and the shadow, we can add a really saturated color, more than even that. Just add, let's say, the limit, the transition from this really warm light to the shadow. You can ignore that. I mean, that's so subtle. You can make it so visible if you want it. You feel that making something good for your painting, you do it. If you feel like it's not gonna make any good to your painting, ignore that. Okay, this shadow here, you can go really red there. More red, pure red. Let's see if it works. I think that was too much. I'm gonna leave it there, I'm gonna change it later. I'm gonna add the red here. Okay, let's continue with the hand. The fingers, I need to see the image in my computer because the hand has so many details. I don't want to copy all the details, but anyway, I need to see more. I need to zoom in the image. Okay, let me do something first. Okay. Now, okay, that's okay. I like this. I don't like this color yet. I think it's too intense. Anyway, let me do something on a cover blue. Like I said, there are so many things that I'm gonna do in the painting, and then I'm pretty sure that I'm gonna change that later. But I have to do it. There's no way for me just to try to imagine everything that is going to happen. Okay, I'm mixing some part of the hair here. I'm gonna make this more darker. Imagine that you are a digital painter. You're gonna do something and you're gonna change it later. And maybe you're gonna do it again, you're gonna change it again and again. But instead of working on digital, for us, it's gonna take us a lot of time. But that's the same. Let's go here because here is something strange. Looks like there's a mistake here in the drawing. Her back finish here. Okay. Okay. I don't go with yellow. If you go with yellow here, I mean, this is going to pop up to us. I don't want that. That's why I go with white. Always that you add white to something is going to cool down the color a little bit. Okay, it's gonna light up the color. It's gonna cool down the color a little bit. And as soon as you add yellow, it's like the color just get hot. It just pop up, just come forward to us. Okay. Now, if you're in the background, you don't want that. You just add white. And if you're planning to add yellow here, that means you gotta control that. You gotta control that. I mean, if you go with, you can add yellow, of course, but that yellow, it doesn't have to come forward more than this yellow. This has to be the focal point. Okay, let's continue here. I'm not so sure about this color. I just wanted some variation. I was thinking, okay, there is green, of course, but I don't want that green because it has too much yellow. I want something that it came with harmony with this, right? You know, this is an exercise. I didn't think about this. I'm doing and watching and waiting. And what I know, if you add some color like this, let's say, you have to add this color here. So you cannot leave just one color alone. Okay. Now, here's the other side of the coin. If you want to exaggerate something really, really, let's say breaking the rule, then you don't do that. You don't, let's say, mix this color into here. You don't do that. In this, you create a very high contrast that is not natural, but it could work. It depends. It's up to you. It's how you use the colors. And when you see these movies, some movies on like digital movies, I have seen little parts that they exaggerate that, create just a contrast that is not natural in some portions. And you can see that high contrast that doesn't exist, but it works perfectly. But they know how to make that work. Okay. Oh, hello, Fred. Yes, I prepare my own canvases. I use gesso, or sometimes I use this acrylic paint for painting the walls. When I have enough money to buy gesso, but I used to buy gesso. When I don't have enough money, I just buy painting for wall paintings. Yes, the ones that came with, I don't know how to say, gallons. It's cheaper than gesso. The end is an acrylic painting is the same. Okay, you see, I'm working on this red, this kind of greens like this. Yes. At the same time that the rule tells you that this color is gonna go everywhere. It's not just because of that. Yes, it's because that I explained at the beginning, because of the reflected light. What happened with the light? The light hit something and bounce, and when it bounce, carry inside the light of the things that are around that. That means that this is going to be reflected here and here, and it's going to live together with the color of the t-shirt. Looking for a small brush. What is it? What is it? This is the one, I think. Okay, vamos. Let's see. Let's see the color of this. I'm gonna use this. I'm gonna try something here. I'm gonna use this and apply it here. Okay. On top of this, I'm gonna come back with yellow. Okay. Now let's come back with yellow. Okay. Not, of course, not something. It's not something flat. Okay, it's something like a cylinder, and usually the light is hitting from this direction. I mean, there's gonna be light here. Now this is gonna be about balance. You gotta go back again and again, more yellow, less yellow, redo it again until you find you feel that this okay, that you feel that this light is natural. Okay, I feel like it's not okay. Well, let's continue. I'm going to add this color a little bit darker here because I cannot leave this like just like this. It's too cool, the color. Where is the reflected light? Should be a reflected light. That's better. Okay. That's much better. I like this. I mean, I'm not saying that it's over. I'm not saying that it's perfect. I'm saying that I just like this reflected light. But I have to wait more in order to see everything how is coming out. Oh, Ava, what kind of canvas do you use? Uh, okay. The canvas is really close to, let's say, so sorry about this. I don't know how to explain in English. You know, the English is my second language. And let's say something really close to this brand Fredericks, really close to that, or Linen. They're really close to Linen because I prepare my canvas with gesso. It has some tooth. It's not just like it has some tooth. Apply with a ruler, 3 layers, really flat. That kills the tooth of the cloth, the canvas. Okay, and get really close to a linen, or those brands like Fredericks. And the other undertone color, I toned the canvas with acrylic. Uh, it could help. Yes, in this case, even I was thinking to start with a yellow undertone because of these colors, strong colors. But the problem that I didn't start that way is because maybe a month ago I painted a horse with a really yellow field, and my webcam just went crazy. It's like the webcam couldn't manage that intense color that changes, and it's just keeping changing the color. I don't know if you can see every time that I put my hand, there is a change in the color. Yeah, that's my webcam. Okay, but I'm thinking about buying, of course, a DSL camera. That I've been watching that a lot of YouTubers, but that's so expensive. But eventually, I will do it. Okay, let's try this glue here. Okay, let's say imagining that the sunlight is hitting my imaginary green, not this green, not the green of the image, green field, and is carrying back this light blue. What is hitting back to her t-shirt? I'm gonna add more. If it's not work, I'm gonna erase it later. But I gotta see if it works. Okay, I keep this color down. I'm not gonna go here with this color. Okay, suppose I'm trying to imagine that it's hitting to the ground. Just like the sunlight, the skylight, and bouncing back, bouncing to let's say the face or everywhere. But as soon as bounce is getting far away, the light is just get weak. And at the same time, I have here some bones, some reflected light from the sun. Okay, let's continue working. Let's work on the face. The hair first. The hair. Okay. Mixing pure black and alizarin and crimson. There's a hair here. Okay. Oh, you can see the hair. Hello, Dita. Okay. Okay, let's work a little bit more on the eyes. I'm using here pure black with alizarin crimson. I'm not trying to get the likeness, not trying to be very accurate because this is a more a practice about color. I'm doing what I said when the light is getting to the shadow in this sharp transition. We used to saturate the shadow and just in this portion. I'm going to add more red to the nose. Okay, a little bit of more red here. Okay, I love the hand in this portion of the face. Let's see if I can make more. There's a little bit of shadow here. Now go with this color. Okay. Maybe the mouth is too small. Okay. I'm thinking about no. I would like to go maybe a little more with more contrast. Maybe not so sure. See what I said? There's no way just we have to do things make changes. And if no, if it doesn't work, you gotta put them back. And you know that this color maybe doesn't belong here because it looks a sunny day. I mean, what is doing this color there? Anyway, who cares? This is my own personal practice. I do what I want. This one more contrast. Okay, I can go sharp here, but not here, okay? I don't want just all this sharp here, lost here, a little bit sharp here, lost here. This way I control that. I control, let's say, the reading of the painting. Or at least I try. Okay, let me put this here. This way you can see. Okay, I think that's okay with the colors. I gotta think for a moment what is to do because I know there are some things like this darks that maybe that's too much. You see the image. I mean, I'm not following. And as I said that I'm not following the image. I'm trying to enhance. I'm trying to practice color. I'm trying to practice this thing about warm colors, gray colors, cool colors, reflected light, and all that implies that color theory. Okay. But anyway, there are some things that I cannot, I just ignore from the reference because the reference is from nature. I mean, nature is what gives us all the information. Okay, that made me think maybe this shadow history should be not that dark. I mean, at the same time, it's gonna feel like I'm contradict myself, but at the same time, you can make changes. Okay, you can make a lot of changes. You can break all the rules. But like my teacher used to say, you gotta know the rules first in order to break them. One of my teachers used to say that. He used to say that because we used to go. Some of my friends they used to go. Used to, let's say, try to be creative, which is perfectly fine. But be creative means broke the rules. Just or make with the rules whatever you want. But My teacher used to say, for you to break the rules, you have to know the rules, but very, very good. I'm forgetting here about something that I said about this warm transition from the light to the shadow. Okay, hello, John. Okay, thank you, Mervin. John, you were late. Thank you so much for being here. Trevor, thank you, Trevor. Okay, okay, stepping back, trying to see everything is just focused here. I was playing with these colors. I felt like maybe I went with too much chroma with these colors. I didn't want that. It's something that I wanted just to control. But sometimes that's something that I wanted to control. I want to control, but that's the thing that in order to control that, we gotta go back and forth, making changes, adjustments. It's not gonna happen just by magic, like just putting the brush strokes, and that's it. That's why we go with so many layers, so many, even let the painting dry and go back again, and make changes again and again until we see what we want. And softening the edge, this edge here too. Oh, where I was thinking about the hair, and then I don't know why I lost just my I don't know how to say my way, my track. Trying and you see, and mixing this gray and trying to just to tone down this yellow. It's there, it's strong, but I don't want the strong yellow there. I just want the strongest, maybe just the hand, the face, and the hand. Okay. All the rest of the lights are kind of mute or not strongest like this one, like here, here, and here. Okay. But this I'm doing this because I'm trying just, of course, trying to keep the focal point here. Well, it's kind of obvious that thing about the focal point. Every time that you have a face in a painting, it's gonna be the focal point, no matter what you do. Okay. It was too much. I think I'm finishing. I mean, it's really okay for a practice. It's about color, it's not about perfection of the features. Just trying to get at some point the proportions. I mean, I try to keep it the proportions okay. But if something is it's not okay, it's gonna be just a little thing. I mean, I don't feel like she has, for example, a bigger arm or bigger hand, or the face is kind of it's not okay with the proportion. I think that's okay. You know that in my portraits, usually I always try to be uh, as much accurate as I can. But in this case, it's just about the color harmony, about the colors, about practicing the colors. It's kind of like it. I mean, right now I'm thinking just more, maybe about here and here. These colors kind of, I don't know, I see here first and then my eyes go here. And it shouldn't be that fast. But at the same time, kind of like it. It's kind of, I feel the colors, okay, even this shadow here that, I mean, I just added for create more contrast here. But I mean, it's not natural because if you see the image, it's totally different. Yeah. I mean, the image is it should be like this because it represents something that is being hit by sunlight. Here is different. It's like just hair is hidden by the sunlight, and everywhere there is another space that has some darkness here. Or maybe should add some trees, some forest. Maybe, who knows? But I feel okay with this. I think as a practice, as I said, is perfect. I mean, maybe it's not perfect as a painting, a finished painting, but as a practice for me, it's perfect. I will try to do more like this because I used to do a lot like this, pick up some black and white images and try to put some colors. That is really difficult. That, I mean, practice that. Choose some black and white images and add some color. No portrait. Portrait is kind of I'm not gonna say easy, but it's kind of we can get away with that. But when we have more like clothes and sunlight or something like that, working from a black and white image, it's like this one is it's gonna be a nightmare. Okay, but that's what we want. Yes, it's in order to improve, to face challenges, because it's, everything is easy with no improving. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you, Steve. Thank you, Joan. Thank you to all of you for spending the time with me here. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow we're gonna pick up a portrait again. Maybe an anatomy study. Sorry, it's just anatomy study. Let's see. See you next time. Take care. Bye.